and Training Career Development Services. My name is Dino Kabale, and I'm not alone. I'm with Ms. Rusuna Maluleke. For those who don't know what Career Development Service is, it is commonly known as CATA. Career Development Service is the Department of Higher Education and Training initiative to provide free quality information, advice, and counseling to all South African citizens so that they are able to make informed career choices and learning decisions. In today's video, we are going to talk about subject choice. And why is it important that we talk about subject choice? The reason why we talk about subject choice is because uninformed subject choice poses major socio-economic challenges in our country. For example, if a learner is not informed when they make subject choice, they might dropping out of tertiary institution. They end up not completing their qualification, and that in turn is going to lead to high unemployment rate that we see in our country. And when learners make subject choice, they also need to consider scarce and critical skills in our country. So if learners are not making that informed subject choice, they end up choosing subject without looking at what is it that we need in our country, and we end up having people who are doing the same qualification. Hence, we have a problem of mismatch between supply and demand because we have so many people who are doing the same thing. There are shortage of skills in our country, but we are not able to meet the demands that is required by the labor market because people are doing the same thing, and we end up with high rate of unemployed graduate. Subject choice is very important in any learner's is the most important decision that a learner will make in their life because it impacts on their future career plan. Subject choice, when you make that subject choice, you are actually positioning yourself to a future career. You are making a plan for your future career. And just like any other plan, when you make a plan, there are certain things that you need to consider or to bear in mind. There are certain steps that you need to follow. The same with subject choice. There are procedure or steps that you are going to follow when you make subject choice. So the same logic, you are going to apply it when you choose your subject choice. The first thing that you need to consider when you make a subject choice is you need to explore different career fields, because if you don't explore as many different career fields as possible, you would not know which one speaks to you. So you need to explore as many different career fields as possible, and one of the ways to do that is to consult with different stakeholders. You can talk to people, to students who are doing programs that are related to a certain career that you are interested in. You can also talk to people who are working in that particular field you are interested in. You can talk to your parents. Career development practitioners are also your first point of contact. And once you have done that, you have spoken to all these stakeholders, you can also do you also need to do your own research. You can do desktop research, but I would also recommend that you visit our website because we have more than 1,000 occupations in South Africa with videos where you can learn about all these careers. And we also have information on green careers, and you can see scarce and critical skills. Remember, I said the reason why we have high unemployment rate and mismatch between demand and supply is because people, they don't consider the scarce and critical skills that are needed in this country. So you also need to look at that when you look at all these careers. Once you have done that, now you need to narrow down the careers so that you are only focusing or giving more attention on the careers that speaks to you. And so how do you do that? How do you narrow down the career? This brings us to the second steps, which is you need to learn more about yourself. You need to explore yourself. And what is it that we look at when we're exploring ourselves? You need to look at your personality, you need to look at your values, your skills, and your abilities. I'm going to give practical examples so that we can understand what is it that I'm talking about when I say look at your personality and align that with the career. So I'm going to give an example of somebody who has a social personality. If you have a social personality, that is a person who likes to work with people, they enjoy helping others. And an example of that a profession, we can think of a teacher or a nurse, a social worker, a community worker. These people, they like to work with people, they like to help people, they are very social in nature, they have that social personality. And now let's look at the skills. Remember, I said you also need to look at the skills. What kind of a skill does a social worker, a teacher need to have so that they can be able to enjoy the career that they've chosen? So you would need a communication skill. You also need a listening skill, because if you have the skills, you are in a better position to interact with other people and not just give them information, but give them information that they need that will also address their needs. If you have an artistic personality trait, this is you are someone who is very creative in nature, who can come up with a concept and then develop that concept into a finished product. And then the example of an artistic person, we can think of an architecture. An architecture is a person who is going to think, who is very creative. They are going to think about, they come up with a concept, and then that concept, they develop it to become a product. You can think about when somebody designs a house. It's something that is in their mind, they think of it, and then at the end of the day, they have a beautiful house that they have designed. And then if you have an investigative personality, these are the people who like to research, who like to work with data, and then they come up with findings based on the data they've been working with, and they enjoy exploring things and doing a lot of research. An example of investigative person, we can think of a geologist, a lab technician. And the skills that would be needed, for example, if you are a geologist, in this age, we know the world is moving, is constantly moving. We are living in the 21st century. We're using technology. If you want to be a geologist, of course, maths and science is important, but you also need to know how to work with computers, because whatever that you would have drawn maybe at the initial stage with your pen and a pencil, you are going to use computer to design that which you have drafted. If, for example, if you are an architecture, so if you're an architecture, you need to know how to work with computers. Now, when we talk about the abilities, let me go back to the abilities. If you need the abilities, I'm going to use the example of the careers that I've just mentioned. For a geologist, you know how you perform in math and science. So you need to be realistic in terms of your abilities. If you are a lab technician, you know how you perform. And this will also guide you, because sometimes as learners you struggle to make a decision when it comes to whether you should take maths or you should take pure maths, or you should take maths lit. So if you know the career that you want to follow, you will know if it's compulsory for you to take pure maths or it's just a recommended subject. Then maybe you can take maths lit or other subjects. Once you have learned enough about yourself, now the next step would be to know about the subject requirements for a specific program that you might be interested in. So at tertiary levels, we all know that there is an admission requirements, and there are also requirements for there is an institution requirements and admission requirements for a certain program. So when you look at that requirements for a program, you might find that you need to have certain subjects which are compulsory. So you need to look at that. Once you have identified what is needed, the subject requirement for your program, you can also need to consider the other thing that learners need to consider is gateway subject. The gateway subjects are very important because they help you to have more options in terms of choosing careers. Gateway subjects are pure mathematics, physical science, and accounting. And also, when you choose this subject, go back to your personality. You know your abilities. If you are not good in mathematics, in physical science, in accounting, you don't have to choose this gateway subject. Remember, all subjects are valuable. And also, the other thing that you need to check is to check with your school if it provides the subject combination that you would need for your program. If they don't have that subject combination, you can go to another school. Remember that the grade 9 is also an exit level for general education and training phase, which means that with your grade 9, you can now go to TVET college and study for vocational programs, or you can continue at the school that you are at. Be realistic when you choose the route that you want to follow. The career that you want to follow will actually inform you as to whether you need to go to do vocational studies after grade 9 or to continue at your school. Making subject choice should not be a daunting task. It needs to be fun. Enjoy the journey. That's why as the department we have a website, which is the Career Help website, where you can get information on scarce and critical skills. We have a list of scarce and critical skills, 100 of them. We also have a list on green careers. So please make use of our website and watch the videos. It's very fun. We also have interactive portals. It's called the National Career Advice Portal. It's a self-help portal which facilitate an informed learning and career decision. On the portal, you will find that you have a subject chooser. The subject chooser, it facilitates informed career decision. On the subject chooser, all you need to do is you add your subject, your grade 9 subject, and based on that subject, the system is going to generate a qualification that are linked to your subject. So this is supposed to be a fun activity for you. And also we have an assessment tool which now speaks to your personality. Remember, we said everything starts with you. The assessment tool also facilitates an informed decision when it comes to career choice. So it links your abilities, your skills, your interests to the careers that you are interested in. Having said all this brings us to the end of our discussion, and thank you very much to those who have watched this video until the end, and those who have posted their comment. Hope you enjoyed it, and please watch our next video where we are going to talk about career choices. If you have any career related question, please communicate with us by sending us an SMS on 0722045056, or you can send us a please call on the same number, or call us on 0860 999 0123. You can also send us an email on careerhelp.org.za. Or you can also like our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/careerhelp, or our Twitter handle is twitter.com/RSA Career Help. You can also, our offices are at 123 Francis Bart for those who don't know where we are. Thank you very much. Bye.